Alright, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be breaking down that verse on the song PEDS, or this song.
She want me to check in like a Hampton Inn, but I never give her keys and a ring like a Audie Brody merchant.
Alright, and so basically the first part was like, I be splitting seeds like Exodus. And when I'm saying that, I'm like thinking, you know, I could like, because when I first heard the beat, I was like, okay, I could catch this like crazy flow. And then I was like, you know what? Instead of saying like, you know, I be splitting seeds like Moses, it would sound better if I say I be splitting seeds like Exodus, so then it could flow into the next line better. So yeah, and then I was thinking, I was like, okay, I was like, do not run on me, I'm a specialist. And the reason why I said like, do not run on me, because I thought like, do not run on me sounds like Deuteronomy. And I was like, oh, it kind of connects with Exodus and Deuteronomy. I thought it was a cool Easter egg to add in there. Kind of goes with the biblical scheme. You know, you get there in the same section, it's the Old Testament, all that stuff. But yeah, it doesn't have really much to do with the verse, but I just thought it was cool to add in there. And then we have I'm a specialist. So I'm talking about writing wise, like don't run up on me because I'm a specialist. Like if you do, it's not gonna ever, you know what I mean? But then after that I had you want me to check in like a Hampton Inn. Now obviously we know what a Hampton Inn is. It's a hotel. But when I was writing this, I was like, the next line is like, but I'll never give her keys or a ring like a Audie. And I was thinking like, when I do Hampton Inn, a Hampton Inn uses what? Key card. I could also be saying keys as in referring to like a house, because like, you know, it's referring to like a suite or a structure. You know what I mean? This Hampton Inn is a house, saying I won't let her in and I won't check up on her because, you know, trust issues and other things of that nature that could be, you know, obstructing that, right? So I'm like, she want me to check in with her like a Hampton Inn, or maybe she wants to use me for money, right? You know, you don't know what it is. But that's where I was writing it from. I was like, you want me to check in like a Hampton Inn, but I never give her keys or a ring like a Audie Brody merchant. So an Audi obviously has rings on the car, and a ring would be like a marital ring, and then keys to a car as well. Like I'm saying, I won't give her my personal belongings. So I like that one. That's like my favorite part. And then the next part is where it's like, so I get this thing where I'm like, okay, so now I want to do like something where we're talking about LA, because the reason I went to Cali, I was like, okay, so I was like, can I use the Lakers? And then I just realized like, this isn't a great thing, but I heard like recently about the artist D'Angelo. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can add that in. And I was gonna do something with like his album called Voodoo and say like, oh, I don't really partake in, but instead of that, I was like, let me just use the basketball players. So I was like, they call audibles like D'Angelo, because D'Angelo Russell is a point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe he may not be now, but he was before. And that's the Lakers. Lakers is obviously LA. And then I said she's in Angelo's trying to spot a toast. What I mean by that is like, he's in Los Angeles trying to, you know, toast. Or like I said, by calling audibles. Audibles has two meanings, not just basketball audibles, but like calling plays out in the city. Like, oh yeah, let's go to the movies or let's go party, right? So I was thinking about that. And then I was like, she and Angelo's trying to spot a toast. Like she's looking for those audibles. And then I was like, you know, forget about that. And then the next part, I flip the meaning of toast and I say bread and butter. And bread and butter, when you put it in the toaster, all I know is toast. So I'm saying all I know is celebration, all I know is money, because bread, you know, bread and butter. And then after that I go, why she asks about money when my heart is broke. So, you know, I just thought that was like, you know, a cool little way to structure my verse. And that's just a little breakdown. If y'all want more, just let me know. I'm probably gonna do a couple more of these. So yeah, catch you guys later. It's Titus, and Crisis is out on all platforms. It's on Titus, on Spotify. Search up Crisis by Titus and you'll find it.